Uh, Hello, my hosts, and welcome to another well, this isn't another. This is a Vtuber design review. I'm going to be looking at the designs of the new generation of Hololive, Holojustice. So let's get into that right now. Over to my sushi shop to celebrate the Holojustice girls. Just give me a second. All right. Now we have the first in my list, Cecilia Immergreen. Go to their thing. The first thing I noticed about her design, apart from the cute little headband clockwork thing, because she's an automata. Ooh, that's cool. She probably can detect regular expressions. Anyway, you can see that the flow of her design is pointing you up towards her head. So they've been using this sort of like very outward facing dress plus little arrows. And this seems to be a common pattern among a lot of the girls in this generation. They have a lot of look at my face energy. And I've just realised that you can't see my mouse pointer. But that is definitely what's happening here. Now, I wonder if I can make this a little bit bigger. We'll expand that for a second. There we go. So we got the sight lines of the dress and the arms, which that's partly because they're in the A-frame mode, or the A posing basically. That helps that. And the little dress ornament there is again all designed to draw your attention up to their face. And since the face is one of the most important parts of a VTuber's interactions, that makes a lot of sense from a design point of view. Given the fact that they've given her a violin, makes me think that she's actually going to be doing performance. Because you wouldn't do that without her having the ability to actually play violin. You'd hope. Perhaps we'll see a collab with two set violin. Let's go on to our next person. Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame. And again, we do have this whole, I wanted to grab that. That's it. This whole guiding your eye up to the head. Got a lot of maturity implied in the design with the low back dress, the proportions of the face and body. Again, we've got more things to help guide your eye across the face, in particularly this flame, movement attracts attention, and that flame going up towards the eye helps with that. Plus all these diagonal lines sort of pointing, like it makes an arrow with the design as well. Like the bare shoulders with the contrast of the black undershirt, I guess, does give another pointing towards the face approach. We've got the nice bit of asymmetry with the dress and the stocking. And that's another sort of design principle, using asymmetry to break down a design and make it look more naturalistic rather than something that's perfect reflection, because you don't see perfect reflections in nature. We'll squeeze her back into my television set. Go over to the next one. And we have, oops, why do I keep doing that? We have Gigi Marini. I'm guessing they are going for a, I don't know what species she is. I mean, she's listed as a chaser, so is that, do we have 2 cat girls in this generation? Well, no, because that's a cat-shaped hood rather than a cat. We're going for the rather dramatic red and orange colour style, which is a challenging one, definitely. So it's like flame-themed. We've got the asymmetric stockings, but in here, this is to imply playfulness. Hold on. Does she have... Yep, she's got a Band-Aid on her knee. Another sort of playfulness and... Yeah, playfulness and innocence and youngness, along with the Hago there. Again, we got these flows of her image, like the red of her little tie, to help capture the eye and draw it towards the face again. All right. There we go. And there's with her, with the hood off. So like going for the pigtails as well. More going for the childish Genki gremlin energy. And she's got the hand tail here, so she can bounce on it like a Pokemon, which is also kind of neat. Let's move this back into the center again. Alrighty. Next one. Why do I keep doing that? Aurora Panthera. So she is a pink panther, basically. Which makes sense for an investigation thing, although the Pink Panther was, take a sip, a target of the investigation rather than the investigator herself. All right. So we are going for a much more symmetric design, at least in the legwork. Although we still have a breaking of the symmetry with the garter on one leg and non-gartered on the other. And apparently she's going to be a backup support character because she's got the God Eyes goggles, plus she doesn't have any sort of obvious big weapon in this design. Also got a less strong direction in the design flow towards the face, but it's still there. Eyes are still drawn up towards the face by the design, which is, so I think this is a common trend with these girls. All right. Very neat. I think that's all of them. Yep, and then we basically loop back to Miss Evergreen. All right. Ancient automaton with a penchant for flowers, tea, and creating music, crafted during ancient times. Celia was originally dedicated to eternal servitude. Yet in recent times she began slacking off on her work, lazily cooking mostly potatoes along with whatever else she found in the kitchen. She has now all but abandoned her duties during the bare minimum, mostly immersing herself in various crafty hobbies. With newfound interest in life, she takes on every challenge with the pure curiosity of a young child. Okay. Well, that was the little bit of the review. I think I might, if I had more time, re-record that a little bit more scripted and a little bit more, or a little bit less off the cuff. A little bit more scripted and less off the cuff. That's saying the same thing twice. See, this is why I do script things rather than making up. But the basic themes are there. The designs go for a more the designs are designed to draw your eyes towards the face where all the action happens and emphasize the characters, which is very cool. Now I'm just going to do a little bit of work here and get myself ready to do some editing. Just get my there. All right, let's get the program up and we will start editing. All right. Let's just setting up the room now. And to my hand cam. How are you? All right. Why isn't that showing? Is that the wrong one? Ah. All right. All right. Just adjust the camera off the hand cam. Perfect. All right, there. Now, I'm going to be doing a bit of editing. How is everybody? I hope everybody is doing fine. Understand why that misses the point of the question? You can't see what misses the question. Split. That little white line there is the noise. You know, doing fine here. Good to hear. Let's see how that turns out. Point of the question? You can't just... There we go. So we're just trimming out some of the breaks so it flows better. You can't just point to the result of following a building plan and say what a house is. It's a house that's I want more out. There we go. So split there. We trim in a bit and remove that. That's what a house is. Yep. All right. Oh. That's what a house is. I want to know how to distinguish between things that are houses and things that are not. Okay. Let's just trim that off a bit there. Things that are houses and things that are not houses. All right. Things that are houses and things that are not houses. What is even worse, with Alex's explanation, what is even worse, with Alex's explanation, all right. What's even worse, with Alex's explanation, what's even worse, with explanation, so even more. Okay, we can get rid of all of that. And things that are not houses. What is even worse with explanation for me? Okay, we'll leave that in for as a dramatic break. All right, welcome back. For me, is that I am cursed with knowing a little bit too much. That is my eternal curse. The curse of knowledge. I want to share with all of you. Too much. To continue with the house. Yeah. All right. With the house. To continue with the house. Yep. Let's get rid of that one there. Continue with the house building analogy. Finally home, you're in Wi-Fi heaven. All right. So I'm not lagging as much anymore. Good to hear. House building analogy. When the structural engineer explains how to build a brick house. Okay. Gotta find myself some house. Since I know that there are houses made of wood, and we're gonna have, I think, a 3 piggy thing in there as well. All right. I also think that his definition of a house might be... Oh, why do I use a different VTuber model on streams and videos? This model has a lot of jiggly bits, and I'm worried that it will distract from the sincerity of the other video. This is the video I use on my, the model I use on my videos is my older model. I've been thinking of getting a new model for the video ones as well, so to help project a bit more seriousness in them. Might be lacking. Yeah. All right. There it goes. I was lacking. What Alex gave was a wonderful explanation of how to the counting numbers from nested sets. All right. Trim this off. I think this is where I cough. These are called... Nope. From nested sets. These are called... And this is where I'm working out what they're called and how to pronounce it properly. These are called... So you can get rid of that redundant thing. These are called the Zermelo ordinals. Yep, and I might have mispronounced that. Because it's something you only see in text, really. I'm going to have probably some text subtitles for that. Ordinals. That name kind of gives the game away, doesn't it? Yes, it does. There. Hi, Azure Flame Knight. Doesn't it? If this was the only way of constructing counting numbers, it's the only way to count numbers, it wouldn't have a name. Wouldn't we just call them the counting numbers? All right. It's weird having a sort of conversation with yourself for your if we have to give it a name to distinguish structure. Oh, what's going on there? For other instructions, that's a clue. Let's trim that weird pause off. That's a clue that other constructions exist. Yeah. Okay, that's just me coughing, so let's get rid of that. All right. Trim that out as well. Exists. The alternative and alternatives on that video. And the alternative. How? What's this saying? Instructions exist. The alternative. Oh, and all right. Get rid of that one. An alternative construction. Yeah. All right. Of counting that I'm aware of, There we go. I'll stream this one in. Shorten that off. All right.
It's called the church numerals.
Right. That's a completely
Numerals. Not because these numbers are somehow religious.
We'll give a little pause there to set up the joke.
The religious numbers, of course, are the cardinal numbers.
There it goes.
Who are responsible for the election of the math pope.
Okay. Just give it a little bit of time for that terrible joke to drop.
The cardinal numbers are... The church...
No, split off that. Remove that.
The church numbers... The church numeral...
Remove the flub.
Church numerals are named after... named after...
Let's get rid of that bit of nonsense there.
Named after Lorenzo Church.
All right. There's an A in his name, but I'm pretty sure that's silent.
Lorenzo Church. The supervisor...
Let's get rid of the cough. Yeah.
The professor is the professor.
All right.
The professor who supervise
Put there.
Supervise. Yeah.
Where's that one?
Alan Turing's PhD, and is responsible for the computer science as Turing is.
There we go. Turing's good friend, Professor Church.
The church numerals are an alternative system of encoding numbers.
Yep, in lambda calculus. What's that?
Using
all right. Watch them for the clones. They were awesome. All right.
Using the counting numbers using count numbers using
There we go.
counting numbers using lambda calculus.
All right. Lovely, lovely lambda calculus. Lambda, the sheepish function.
I'm not going to go.
All right. Amazing, a lot of mathematics comes down to counting sheep.
To go into depth about, because frankly, if you start talking about...
All right. And that's true. If you start me talking about lambda calculus,
about lambda calculus, I'd never...
Yeah.
If you started me talking about lambda calculus, I'd never stop.
All right. Let's... Remove that.
In depth about, because
Split that, because
because if you started talking about lambda calculus, it would be impossible to tell. Would stop.
I found the better joke there. All right. Alright, there it goes. What's happening here?
It is a way up,
Alright.
but it is a way.
There. Feel like I underuse this.
But it is a way of rotating math and computation. String substitution.
I feel like I underutilize this device because it's like I only use 5 keys of it.
That's not only.
Why is my username Q the Vtuber? Because Q's been my name for ages. Even in real life, in fact. But fitting into my lore, demons can be controlled by their names. If I have no name, I can't be controlled.
But that's not the only.
There it goes. Mostly, yeah. That's what people call me. People who know me call me Q.
You're the only system that you can construct to model.
Alright, there we go. So, like, the name I've been consistently using on the net. Yeah, and it's unique. That's the advantage.
To model. But that's not the system.
Alright.
That's not the only system that you can construct to model. But that's not the only system that you can.
Get rid of that one. Alright. Yep, I am Australian.
That's not the only system that you can construct to model the counting numbers.
There we go. Alright.
So, the counting numbers. When I did my video and logic, I...
Yeah. Alright.
Logic. I briefly mentioned you could create the counting numbers by taking a fixed point of a type.
There we go. Alright. Cut that down as well. Continue to edit.
Indeed, it is really super easy to create new ways to construct numbers. I know I have to count numbers. Sometimes I feel just.
Alright. Alright.
Sometimes I've even done this for fun. The thing is,
Yeah.
the thing is that I am sure I'll let another all of this just as well.
Alright, there. It's a lot.
We all have to make decisions about what we explain and what we leave out. Otherwise, we would end up videos that were overwhelming and make sense. Make sense.
Alright. Another big gap here we can get rid of. And a little bit of unpleasant mouse sounds. Alright.
The thing about all these different constructions of the counting numbers
is that they are equivalent.
of numbers is that they all follow the same rule. They behave in the same way.
Yep. Alright.
Perhaps, rather than finding numbers based on how they define on how we should define.
There it goes. All
We
right.
should define them on how they behave.
There it goes. All right.
That's the solution problem.
Get rid of that nonsense. All right. Sorry about all the unpleasant sounds. That's why we edit.
That's the solution problem. This is the solution to this problem that Giuseppe Piano decided on.
Huh? What are we saying there? I'm not sure.
Based on how they are constructed, we should define them on how they behave. That's the solution to the problem. This is the solution. Or this is the solution to this problem that Giuseppe.
Ah, all right. Good old Giuseppe Piano. I'm not even sure I'm mispronouncing his name.
This is the solution to this problem that Giuseppe Piano decided on.
Yep. All right. We're getting some of the pictures of them. These there.
Piano decided on the following rules.
All right. Actually,
to this problem that Giuseppe.
let's scroll back here.
We should define them. Perhaps, rather than defining numbers based on how they are constructed, we should define them on how they behave.
At this point, I go... Come on. Why does this not work some of the time? All right. This marker is going to be... No... Note. Check. Spelling. All right.
This is the solution to the...
Get a little bit shorter there.
To this problem that Giuseppe Piano decided on. The following rules are called the piano maxims, or counting numbers.
All right. We're breathing in. Get rid of that.
And so here they are.
That's lame. Let's get rid of that completely.
So here they are. Numbers. And 0 is a counting number.
That's the first axiom.
We don't define what it's just.
All right. Which is fine because we can use anything as a 0 then.
My postmodernist friends, it is a signifier.
All right.
And the piano axiom start at 1.
Yeah. Weirdos.
Which first person is very odd to me.
Uh,
But I'm not going to attack somebody else's culture.
there it goes. Why is there this massive break here? Am I going to start coughing again? All right.
A number system with just 0 is kind of empty and
Yeah.
empty and stoic. Yeah, what's
I'm going to cut out the stoic bit because it doesn't make any sense. I'm thinking of a different word for that, but I can't remember what it is.
a number system with just 0 is kind of a number system.
I think it's actually cynical.
A number system with just 0 is kind of empty.
Yeah. I actually think it is philosophical cynicism, but most people don't know what cynicism is, so it just confuse people.
And not really useful.
Guess that's true.
Useful. So, let's get right.
Right.
A way of introducing new numbers.
Okay. Alrighty.
If square is a counting number, that's an S.
I am curious about me using shapes rather than letters for the variables.
Square is a counting number.
Is it a distraction for people, or going to attract the people who are confused?
For successor, in other words, the next number after.
Yeah. All right.
Even though it is clearly intended for S0 to be 1.
There. Talk about the intent versus the thing of the law.
Haven't
All right.
removed the possible.
All right. There. So just cutting out bits that don't work.
We haven't removed the possibility that there is only 0 and function.
Yep. Good old 0 looping back on itself.
Let's introduce a new rule to do that.
All right. Cut that down.
For every counting number here of every counting number. Number. Every counting number square. For every counting number. Every counting number. Every counting number square.
That. All right.
S squared equals 0 is false.
Narrow that down.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. Now.
Here it goes. All right.
Now we have 0 and S0.
All right. We have two numbers in our number system, which is marginally better. We can make Boolean logic out of that.
In other words, 0 and 1.
All right.
We've sort of shifted our looping problem across both.
All right.
Since we can have S0 equals SS0.
Don't look like that.
Can we fix that?
Yes, we can. Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
Let's introduce another axiom to clean that problem up.
All right. All our problems can be fixed by adding another axiom, to the point we're adding infinite axioms.
For every pair
All right. Like that.
of counting numbers, square and triangle,
Yep. All right.
square and triangle, if S
There it goes. Oops.
if S
Oh, can you write that?
if S square equals S triangle,
Get rid of the little voice sounds and the breathing.
S triangle, then square equals triangle.
All right. Narrow that down as well.
Basically, two different numbers can't reach the same successor.
All right. That gets rid of that. I'm looking at the time. I should. Why is that not working? All right. Let me fix that up. Yep. All right. Oh, my Steam Deck is playing up today. Thank you, everybody, for joining me as I did my review of the Holojustice Girls and then moved on to some editing. If it's the first time watching me, please consider subscribing. And I hope to see you a lot more. I'm just going to check what my schedule says. There. All right. What will we be doing tomorrow? Tomorrow we will be doing some Minecraft. Oh, cool. I get to play more with the new creator block. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. And I hope, as I said before, I hope to see you later. Where's my closing screen? For some reason, my Steam Deck has died on me. There we go.